What's up guys? It's been a little over a year since the Meta Quest 3 dropped, and it's still one of the best VR headsets on the market. And with the recent release of the 3S, the lineup is evolving fast. But was the Quest 3 really worth all the hype? Is it still a top choice today? Let's dive into the tech, the impact, and how this headset is shaping the future of VR and mixed reality. And before we start, I will sometimes compare this to the Quest 1 because that was the headset I did upgrade from. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Now, starting with an overview of the specs, the Quest 3 brought some serious upgrades to the VR market, starting with its display. Its high-resolution 4K display, or 2K per eye, enhances the viewing experience drastically. And with me upgrading it from the Oculus Quest 1, it was a game changer. The display was much brighter, more vivid, and just feels more alive. Next, the cameras have seen a huge upgrade. From looking like you just time traveled backwards, to now more detailed cameras that can take in crisp RGB color. With the layout now changed in the center of the headset, that allows hand tracking to flow smoothly. Under the hood, the Quest 3 is powered by a Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2, which is an ideal chip for mixed reality, and according to Qualcomm's website, they described it as groundbreaking. To break that down, that would mean around 80% more CPU performance and 65% more GPU performance than the Quest 1 Snapdragon 835. With this boost, it can easily handle the 2K per eye resolution and 120Hz refresh rate, almost doubling the performance of the Quest 1. It truly lives up to its groundbreaking claim. Now, audio has also been boosted in performance. This new audio system makes it so you are more immersed in the action. Kind of like Apple's spatial audio with a more powerful bass and 70% more volume range than the Quest 1. Now, water break. Now, the switch from Fresnel lenses to pancake lenses was a great choice in my opinion. These new lenses look clean by the visual, unlike the onion ring look from the old lenses. In addition to the performance side, the clarity was improved with having a more efficient glass layout to allow a better field of view. And all of this gets packaged into something that is 40% thinner than the Quest 1, which is crazy to think about considering all the new upgrades. Finally, the new Touch Plus controllers are where it's at. There's no more ring, so that means that the sensors had to move somewhere else, and the placement of the sensors was great for better accuracy. It also allows more space for the buttons, Joy-Cons, and fingers to freely move around. Whereas on the other hand, there is limited movement and there is a slightly higher chance of that ring piece bumping into something. God dang. Those specs can be impressive on release day, but what really matters is how they hold up over time. So let's see how the Quest 3 has performed from launch day to now, starting with the hardware. Right out of the box, the Quest 3 looked perfect, like in pristine condition. And a year later, it held up surprisingly well, even with minimal scratches. Over the past year, I've hit the controllers roughly 7 times, and once the whole headset slipped off while someone was trying it. Despite this, the headset has held up well. The front has a few slight scratches, only visible when light reflects off of it, and the facial interface still looks immaculate. The strap rims have developed a slight yellow tint, which is expected with the fabric material, or it's the yellow adhesive that is spotted all around the straps. The Velcro still holds up, and overall, the headset still looks in great condition. Now the controllers, where most of the wear shows. They have a few scratches, again only noticeable under certain light, but all of the buttons, triggers, and Joy-Cons feel as responsive as they did on day one. Now it's time for the software. Over time, this can lead to slower UI for other users depending on the situations, and from my experience, there is nothing majorly wrong. The UI still feels crispy and everything is still in sync from audio to graphics, even the hand tracking. The hand tracking was also much better on the Quest 3 because the cameras were in front instead of each corner, so using an Apple Vision Pro style like in the living room or an extra display for my setup felt nice. The timing from turning on the headset to showing the interface still remains at 20 seconds. The only minor issue was from one of the controller drops that I've encountered, which then after that made it not responding to my bowling throws anymore. I had to wait for about 2 minutes before booting Premium Bowling back up. Great game, by the way. And that glitch was fixed, mostly. Overall, software performance has remained stable with no major changes or slowdowns over the past year. Now it's time for a clear sign of aging, the battery. Now, the battery health isn't shown anywhere, but my experience with the battery has been changing depending on the situation. On day one, I can play games and mixed reality apps for about 1 hour, and that still leaves me with about 40 to 50% of battery to spare, which is about correct for the claimed 2.2 hours total from 100% to 0. But now whenever I play for about 1 hour, it goes to about 20 to 30%, and sometimes when I'm in the mood to play more intense games, it then reaches 10% and reminds me to charge. So the battery performance is kind of expected if you want to top off the battery every time you finish. In the end, the Quest 3 has been a reliable headset that holds up well over time, making it a nice choice for the VR and AR community. Just don't charge too often like how I did. Since the release of this video, the Meta Quest 3S has joined the lineup a month ago. And now this section of the video is primarily for people who are wondering, which one is more worth it? Well, for starters, the 3S is a cheaper version of the 3. It's like a base model, and the 3 is Meta's flagship model. So what's the difference? Well, the only difference is the 3S has no depth sensor, quieter audio, Fresnel lenses which have been used in the Quest 1 and 2, and a single LCD display that is 2K, unlike the Quest 3's dual LCD totaling at 4K. Everything else is kept the exact same. Same chip, same cameras, same mixed reality performance, with an additional action button to enable virtuality in your space. And with headsets these days, their price is typically around the $400 to $500 range. The 3S stands out to $300, which is $200 less than the Quest 3. So with that, the Quest 3 is still a good option if you are only focusing on the premium side with better lenses, better audio, and just a better experience if you really want that premium feel, without worrying about the extra plus $200. Don't worry, the 3S will be included in the final verdict. The Quest 3 has not just impacted feature vision and gaming, but also technology itself and even society roles and jobs. Saying that mixed reality is changing the way we think about how immersive technology fits into our daily lives. And also, virtual mixed and augmented reality reaches new levels of impact as surgeons, athletes, industrial workers, and more come to rely on immersive technologies in their fields. Set from Meta themselves. This is how mixed reality is changing the game, by using already existing technologies and fitting it for multi-use purposes, like eye surgery to jet engine maintenance training, which is very cool to see. Just from the past year, people have been expanding their capabilities with just one piece of tech, and the Quest 3 will soon going to be the next influence of the next big mixed reality product. Now for the future of mixed reality. Meta is deeply invested in shaping the future of mixed reality. With each new headset, Meta pushes ambitious goals that go beyond entertainment. They're making a vision on how mixed reality will integrate into our daily lives, reshaping communication to work and entertainment. And right now, the Quest 3 is only using high-level hardware to create a powerful headset. But this is just the beginning. Future headsets will likely feature more powerful components, which then enhance mixed reality experiences. Meta is creating technology to enable more immersive interactions, and it's clear that they have much bigger plans for the metaverse. When I look back at the Quest 3, I see it as a blueprint for Meta's vision of future mixed reality, providing a baseline for future applications that will enhance virtual and augmented experiences. And that to me just makes me look forward to new technologies and what we can accomplish in the future. Alright, now it's time for my final opinion. Is the Meta Quest 3 worth it after 1 year? My answer is yes, 100%. Giving at the start with the hardware and software was stellar, the 1 year performance was amazing, and the accessibility to anyone, and expanding it even further with career integration. It's just hard to say no when something is this good at multitasking, and I do believe it's a great headset in general. There's almost nothing else like it. Although if you are looking for a great headset, but don't want to drop $500, then the Meta Quest 3S will also be a great choice to start with mixed reality, and the specs are not too far off from the Quest 3. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.